Hey, Mama Rita.
Hello!
Here she comes.
I am actually really, really happy this week.
Me
Unlike last
too.
week, I'm not faking it. We have our margaritas
There's
this week.
we have margaritas. Also,
Yes.
also, it just hit me to tell you about this. So I told you I went on a rant last week
Yes.
because we lost one subscriber.
Yes.
We gained two.
Woo!
Whoa! Somebody took my threats and
Look
they
at
were
us.
like,
They listened. You need to put the fear of Tasha in them a little
"Yes,
more often.
I guess so," because
Get those numbers up.
I looked and I was like, let me just see because I haven't looked. It was 106. It went
Nice.
down to 104 and then it went back up to 106 and I was like, see,
Nice.
I went on a
You
rant.
you scared them so good that they made another account and followed from that one
They
too.
said,
They're like,
"Oh,
hey, let me work on this.
we don't want her to come get us." So anyway, but yes, we are back to our margs.
Back to our. How long has it been?
It has
Since
been.
before your hysterectomy.
It was actually way before my history. I think.
It's
Let's
been a
see.
while.
So it's so we're at 8 weeks for
Yeah.
my hysterectomy. So I'm gonna say it's probably been about 2.5 months.
I'm a little worried about how these might affect us by the end of the podcast.
Me too, but you know what? I'm here for it.
But you know what? You bought us some new margarita mix before your hysterectomy.
Yes.
And I've saved them just for this occasion, for when you were healed and back in action.
Yes.
And this is the best margarita mix I've had to date.
Yes.
Goodbye. If anybody wants to try it out, Filthy Margarita Mix.
It is really
was
good.
So good.
Yeah.
It's going down a little too easy, and I bought the cheap tequila.
I know it's actually it's going down way too easy because this is one of those I could be like, let's make another.
That.
But I gotta drive home, so
yeah,
let's not make
you've
another.
got to drive home, and we'll see how we're doing by the end of the podcast.
And also, it has been about 2.5 months, so I'm probably gonna be.
It's been a while, and I haven't been drinking that much in your time of recovery.
Yeah.
I tried to have a glass of wine after my hospital stay once I recovered from it, and it betrayed me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt like I was hungover before I even went to bed, and I didn't even finish the glass.
Yeah.
So I haven't been drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't handle this anymore.
I've had one. I've had one margarita, and that was when I told you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I had an explosive diarrhea after. I don't know if the parasite was already at the Mexican restaurant or what, but
Yeah.
I had an explosion after. And then I went back to the same Mexican restaurant. I didn't have a margarita. I said it's not the margarita. The margarita did not betray me. It was the Mexican restaurant because
it was the restaurant. Yeah.
I was in a bad way.
I can tell you, I haven't really been betrayed by a margarita yet, so I hope I never see that day.
Yeah,
because
no.
I am actually pretty sad that I can't handle a glass of red wine at the moment.
Yeah.
But I've read that can happen later on when you're going through changes and everything else. You're just your body doesn't take to alcohol like it used to.
Yeah.
So I think that's happening, unfortunately.
Yeah. As your hormones shift, you just can't tolerate it.
But the good news for me this week, it's very small, but I'm happy about it, is I finally lost 2 freaking pounds. And I've been trying to do this for a while.
I know.
So I'm trying to find the positive side to my hospital stay because that was not fun. But in that, I took all my test results and, I'm looking at things and I'm researching so I know what I need to be eating, what I need to do better on, what sort of foods I need to stay away from, everything else. So I think it's helping. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And
it's a slow process.
It's a slow process, but maybe, I don't know. When that happened this week, I just felt motivated. I felt like it wasn't going to be the end of the world and I'll never be able to lose any of this weight.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
I just need to tweak some stuff. I need to work a little harder. So it motivated me a little bit, but that's it. But I want to hear about your week because I feel like it was way more exciting than
Oh my gosh.
mine.
First of all, my life is fantastic at this moment.
I'm so happy for
Listen,
you.
I
We can't
can't
talk about it too much right now, but I'm so happy
I
for you.
can't even lie to you. My life is this is probably the happiest I've ever been
I
in my
love
entire
this.
life. Okay, so I can't go into detail on that, but
We will later.
we will later after I, I say next episode I will go
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Okay, but let's talk about speed dating
Yes,
because when I
please.
tell you that was fantastic.
I'm so glad you went.
No, it was so good. So, okay. Now Friday, it was last Friday. So, Friday morning, I was really like I was on the fence.
I know you
I was
were.
on the fence and I was like, no, I really so many people were telling me that I needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, I'm going to see how I feel when I get off. So when I got off, I was like, no, you know what? I really have to push myself. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't want to go home and get dressed and then go all the way to Tupelo. But I
yeah.
was like, you know what? I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? I really, really just, I'm not going to lie, I really just wanted the story.
Yeah.
Okay? That's
Do it for the
really
plot. Sometimes that's
all
all you
I
need.
wanted. Okay? So my thought process was when I get there, if it seems a little sketchy,
Yeah.
I'll go find something else to do and I'm going to go home because
Yeah.
if it looks sketchy, it feels sketchy, I was not going to go because again, I'm by myself,
Yeah.
not trying to get accosted by anybody,
Hmm.
you know, kidnapped, but so I went home, got dressed, headed to Tupelo. The whole time, and again, like I was going by myself. I was not nervous. Like there were no nerves. It wasn't me. My hesitation on going was not because, oh, I'm so scared to do this by myself, because
Yeah.
like I will do anything by myself.
Yeah.
I have no problem. But it was just kind of like it, I wasn't sure what to expect, and it kind of
Yeah.
seemed a little, I don't know.
It's something new. You
It's something
so
new, and I've always wanted to do it, but I was like, uh, okay, just go. I mean, I wasn't nervous, but like, it was an iffy situation.
mm-hmm.
So,
I get that.
so I told you, two groups. First group, I did not realize it was quite an age gap because from what it said on the flyer versus what it said on the sign up
Yeah.
was different.
Okay.
When I went to the sign up, it was 25 to 45.
Woo.
On the flyer, it was like 30 something to 45.
Yeah, I thought it was like 30 to 45.
Yes, something like that.
Wow.
Okay, but when I did the sign up, it was 25 to 45. And I was like,
Mm.
that is broad. I was like, that is so broad. But then the other group was still 40 and up. And I really toggled between the two. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know. So I ended up going 25 to 45 because I was like, the
Okay.
worst that's going to happen is I may talk to some 25-year-old. I'm not dating 25.
Obviously, yeah.
Now, let's preface this by saying, did I think I was going to go into this and meet the love of my life? The
No.
answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking, I mean, what's the harm in talking to some young people? It's
Yeah.
going to be fine. Okay. So I go, I sign up 25, 45. I was scared of the 40 and up because I was like,
Really.
there's there's no cap.
I feel like I would have gone. I would have gone in the 40 and up, but that's just me.
Okay, but you would have been sad.
Yeah.
You would have been real sad when you got
Yeah,
there
probably.
because it was so broad. Because I was like, there's no cap on, there's no like
How
age
old?
limit.
Yeah.
It's not like 40 to 65. It's like 40 and up.
Mm.
Sky's the limit, I guess, you
Yeah.
know. So I pull up. It's in a nice area. It's like right off of Main Street.
Okay.
And so I was like, it doesn't look too bad. I saw some of the people that had pulled in with me, and they
Mm.
were getting out, and I was like, okay, this doesn't seem that bad. Although I will say, everyone that was getting out of their car were female, and I was like, this is fantastic. It's going to be all females here. Like, there's probably going to be like 4 men.
That would have been my fear.
Yeah, because I was like, this is what's going to happen. Because I saw a lot of women saying, oh, we should go. We should check this out. I saw no men saying, oh, let's do this, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is going to be an all female thing, I feel like. Because I only saw women. So I went inside because I saw some girls going in. So I was like, I'll just, kind of
Let's go
follow
check it out.
them and just see where they're going because I didn't know exactly where to go. But I was like, I'll just follow their lead and see where they're going. So I got inside and then I got in line because you have to get in line to get a number, check in,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. I met two of the sweetest girls
Oh.
in like while standing in line, and you know me, I'm a chatter,
Yeah.
okay. And so the one of the other girls that I met, she was also a chatter, so we were just like, well, we just started talking, and we started talking about how, oh, we were doing it for the experience, you know, we're doing it for the plot of it, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, we don't care who we meet. The other girl, she was like, I'm freaking out. She was like, I'm actually
Oh.
freaking out. She was like, I'm nervous. And I was like, yeah,
That would have been
like
me.
it's us, okay. But I mean, the thing is, like, they were 30, I think, but it's like this is us.
Mm.
And so the one girl, I mean, she's just a social butterfly. She's talking to everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so I go in, some random guy just like comes up to me and starts chatting with me. And he's like,
Oh.
oh, where are you from? You know, all this other
Mm.
stuff. And I was like, oh, we kind of made small talk for a little bit. Then I went over to where the girls were. And so the two girls that I had met, we were talking. And the one girl, she was like, oh, she was like, today's my birthday. She was like, of course they would have this on my birthday. She was like, and she made me go. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, today's your birthday? I said, my birthday's next Friday. And she was like, are you serious? Like, so we started talking about that. Well, then the other girl, we're all just sitting there just chit chatting. And she has twins. And I was like, I have twins. And so, like, we're like, oh my God, we've got so much in common. We're talking, whatever. So, when it started, they were like, oh my gosh, you've got to come sit with us. And I was like, absolutely, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I go over there and it it starts. And so like they're explaining how it's going to work and all this other stuff. Now, this is the first time that they've done an event like this. So this is the first speed dating event. So they were like, we're
Mm.
sorry, there may be some hiccups along the way, but
Yeah.
like, and in the email that they sent, it was like, please let us know in the future how the age groups should be, like, what you
Okay.
would prefer your age
Yeah.
group be. So anyway, so this was the first speed dating that they've done. So it was a work in progress, right?
Okay.
Okay,
That's good
so
to know.
the way that it worked, the women sat down and the men would sit in front of you. So like one man, one woman, like,
Mm-hmm.
they were in front of a woman. And then you had 4 minutes to chit chat. Like, so you
Yeah.
had to jump into it. Like you had to
Yeah.
just jump into what's your name, where are you from, blah, 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 and then
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to know. So it was a very like go, go, go. And that 4 minutes went by fast. Okay. Now, so, and then when the bell rings, the men would get, because the women stayed seated the whole time, the men would get up and they would shift down a seat.
Okay.
Okay. So you did this all
Nice.
the way until it was done.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked to everybody. So we get started. And as we start, there is this one sweet little guy that's sitting um not in front of me, but to the left of me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking before it started. He was talking to the girl in front of me or beside me, and he was like, "I mean, 25 to 45," and he was like, "I mean, I'm 29." He was like, "What do I look like dating a 45-year-old?" And I was like, "Sweetheart, I'm 45. You can just go ahead and mark me off. That's fine." So, like, he starts laughing. And so, like, I was like, "No, it's totally fine." I was like, I said the same thing. I don't have any business dating a 20 anything year old. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, whatever. So, we actually, like, I guess, started joking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when he got in front of me, we just laughed and laughed and laughed about the whole age thing
Oh,
and whatever.
nice.
So, now, the thing is, all the guys were honestly sweethearts. They were all so sweet.
Okay.
There were some guys that it was like pulling teeth to get conversation out of.
Mm.
There was one guy, and he had social anxiety. God bless him. He was there by
Oh.
himself, and I was just like, me, I'm just trying to talk and ask questions and all that stuff. And he was just like, yeah, mm, and I was just like, okay,
Okay.
okay.
No questions
And
for me?
and
Sure.
me, I was like, fix your face. Don't don't let your face do the talking,
Mm-hmm.
because there were some times where the guys would talk and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? But everyone was honestly so sweet. So, they did have snacks, they had drinks. I did not have any alcohol because I was like, first of all, I've got to drive all the way home.
Yeah.
Second of all, I want to hit this sober
Yeah.
because I don't need any alcohol when I'm trying to talk to people.
Yeah,
Because
I
you know
wouldn't want to
what?
be drinking and trying to have a conversation in 4 minutes.
It might go south. I
Yeah.
don't know. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know. People were snacking and whatever, and I was like, okay, well, I really don't want to, like, because it was so loud in there. It was
Yeah.
so loud,
Mm.
and you're trying to hear the other person, and like,
But you have all this
but
conversation
you
going on
have,
around
yeah, you
you.
have all this conversation happening, and you're just trying to stay in it, and so I was like, the last thing I need, first of all, I don't need to eat in front of anyone because I eat like it is my last meal.
I know I'm inhaling the popcorn
Because
right now
I mean,
during
like,
your story.
I just inhale, and I had eaten before I went, and so I was like, I don't. First of all, I don't need it because calories. But second of all, these men will be like, absolutely not if they see me eat. Okay, I don't need to eat in front of anybody. Now, I had to wear stretchy pants because none of my jeans still fit because my stomach's still puffy, and so I was kind of
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, I don't know how I feel. But in the beginning, so I told you they give you a number.
Mm-hmm.
So you put your number on, and you get like a score sheet.
Oh.
So as you're sitting there, you
Sorry.
okay?
Colonel.
You're gonna make
Sorry. Let me stay away from the popcorn for a second and grab some water.
it.
Continue.
So
Scorecard.
you get like a score sheet, and on it, it's got numbers, and then it's got a spot where you can put their name, and then it's
Okay.
got like a spot where you can make notes,
Okay.
and then it's got a spot like yes, no, or friends. Okay.
Okay.
So, like, if you meet someone and you're like, oh my God, they're so nice.
I like that they put the friend option there.
Yes. If you're like, oh my God, we've got so much in common, but like, you know that it's just not there,
Yeah.
you can mark friends. Okay. So when you're going through this, and like I don't know, I kind of felt uncomfortable because I was like, I don't want to mark no while you're sitting here looking at me, because there were several people that I was like, no, no. We didn't have anything in common. It was like pulling teeth, you know. So it was like
Well,
I didn't want to just be like, oh, that's
so
great.
so you
No.
have to mark it while they're sitting
No,
in front of
so
you?
so what I started doing is as like I folded my sheet, and as soon
Okay.
as they moved down, I would just kind of lift it and mark.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like when they
Trying to
sit
be
down,
discreet
yes, I was
about it.
trying to be
Yeah.
discreet about it because it would probably hurt my feelings if I was like no while they're sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so they would move down. You'd put your, but the thing was, it was kind of like you would ask them, what is your name, what number are you, and then you'd write their name next to their number. And then after a while I started forgetting, like, who is that person. And then because there were some people that I had marked yes to, and I was like, I don't even know who that was. Like, I don't even know who I said
I
yes
can't
to.
remember who
Like,
that was.
I can't identify them. I have no idea. So, and that will come back up in a little bit because I can't remember anyone. So there was this guy that came and sat down. He started talking, and I was like, he's decent looking. Like,
Hmm.
he was a cute guy. And I don't know how old he was, but he was telling me that he was doing his residency to be a cardiologist, right?
Hmm.
And so I was sitting there, oh, nice. He and we talked about it. And he was like, well, if I called your friend, what would she say your red flag is? What would your green flag be?
Hmm.
And I was just like, oh, good question.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after we had a good conversation and he moved down, the girl beside me, she goes, we matched on Tinder. She was like,
Oh.
and she said, and here he is. She said, and we actually just texted today. So apparently neither one of them told the other one that they were going to the speed dating. But
Oh
then he
wow.
sat down in front of her and she goes, well, I guess it's the first time that we meet, huh? And I was like, awkward.
Awkward.
And I said, oh, so I'm going to put no on him. I was like, I don't want to take your cardiologist, man. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I think they matched and they've still been talking or whatever.
Okay.
I,
Well, good.
I think. So,
I mean, she couldn't be too upset by it, right? Because I
no.
mean, she was there too.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
She was there. He was there. You can't be upset about it. But I'm sure it's just kind of like awkward.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
And so when she told me, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna mark no.
Okay.
Y'all are,
Go ahead.
listen, girl code. Y'all are already talking. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not
I'm
even gonna
out.
pretend like it. So that rocked on. And then there was like an intermission so you can just kind of chill and take a break or whatever. Because
Yeah.
it was exhausting. It was exhausting carrying on all those conversations. I mean, just like boom, boom, boom.
How many were there? How many men in your age group do you think, or just ballpark?
So there was probably about I'm gonna say there's probably about 20.
Oh wow.
And the
Okay.
thing was, so what I found out later was, yes, in fact, a lot of women did sign up,
Mhm.
and they did not have enough men. So I guess they had put out a thing saying we need more men. We don't have enough,
Oh.
and so people
So
like,
some just showed up at the last minute.
yeah.
Oh
Now,
wow.
backtracking a little bit, when I walked in and I was looking at the people in the 25 to 45, I was like, okay, the 40 and up,
Yeah. How did that look?
there were people with canes.
Oh wow.
And I said, I don't belong over there. Like, I'm not
Did
there.
you see that after you signed up?
Yes.
I would have been screwed.
You would have been,
I would
and
have
that's why I
signed up for the
said,
40 and up, and then I would have been crying.
that is why I said you would have been so sad, because when I walked in, there was this one guy who was like, "Oh, is it too late for me to change? And you think that could pass for a 44 or 45-year-old?" Sir, no. You are all gray, sir. And you look like you are 65 being nice.
Oh my
There was a
gosh.
guy over there that looked like Santa Claus. Like
Oh
he had a white
no.
beard, white hair.
Were there many women in that group?
There were
A lot
women in there.
older.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
I was like, I am so glad. Like I don't fit in there. Because I promise you, had I gotten had I matched, or had I gotten in that group with all these people with these canes, I would have been like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I walked in, and I mean, hey, they deserve love too, and that's
Well,
great. Go off.
yeah.
But like,
But still.
I'm not at an age where I need to be trying to talk to
Yeah.
people with canes.
I mean, I know how old I am, but I know I'm still young enough that I'm not at the cane stage yet.
Not
Like,
there.
no.
So I was like, I will take my chance with the 29-year-old over here versus the
Yeah.
72-year-old over here. So,
Oh, yeah. I would have been crying. I would have been
yeah,
so, it would have been
you
horrible.
would have been, that's why I said you would have been sad. You would have been
uh,
so sad.
oh,
So, it was just honestly so like it was so fun, but it was so exhausting at the same time because
yeah.
it was going so fast.
Mhm.
And every time somebody would sit down, you had to just jump right into it,
Mhm.
and it was just kind of like, oh my gosh.
So, how many guys that you met at speed dating are you currently conversing with?
Okay.
Or how many did you match with? Like,
Okay.
I need to know
Well,
details. Not all the details, but like,
okay. So here's how this worked. So after, then I guess it was not the next day, but the day after,
okay. Mhm.
you would get an email,
Mhm.
and it was who who you matched with
Okay.
and who you became friends, or who your friend options were, and it had your contact information, so you guys can
Yeah.
contact each other.
Yeah.
So you had the option to be like, I just want them to have my phone number, I just want them to have my email, or I want them to have
Yeah.
both. You know.
Okay.
Okay. So you could do it either way. Well, I got an email. I had 5 people that I guess were mutual. So there were 3 people that we both matched.
Okay.
We said yes to each other. And there were 2 people that said yes to me, that I said friends to them.
Okay.
So total of 5. And they were like, when they sent out the email, they were like, just FYI, all of them said yes to you, or whatever. So you could just strike up a conversation and, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So there were some guys there that I talked to, and I was like, I honestly would never date you, but like we have a lot in common. Like we
Mhm.
have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, instantly, one guy,
Okay.
my phone was like, "Good morning. How are you? Blah blah blah. And this is so and so." Now, let's keep in mind, I don't know who is who. Okay, I don't know who I said yes to. Again,
oh.
I was sober, but like it went so fast. There were so many people that I was like, who is this?
Well, at least you know that something was there that you said yes to. You just can't like visualize.
I
Like you don't
can't.
remember what this person looked like. Is
I
that
could
what?
not put my finger on it. I was like, okay, so you know what? We got to use our Blues Clues, and I was just like, we have got to use our Blues Clues because I don't know who this person is. There was one person that messaged me and I sent it to one of the girls that I met there. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, who is this person? I said, do you remember what he looks like? Do you remember who this is? She was like, oh, she was like, yes, I remember him. She's 30. She got a better memory than me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. I was like, I vaguely remember, but not really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, out of the 3 matches, the 29-year-old matched with me
Oh, bless it.
because he told me, I'm going to put yes to you. And I was like, well, I'll put yes to you. I thought he was joking, but we matched. And so he and I did strike up a conversation.
Okay.
Um, he told me that in he's still in school.
Oh.
He's I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, he's doing something with the news, and I was like, he's
Mm-hmm.
cute. I mean, like,
Yeah.
but I don't that's not gonna go anywhere. But um there is one guy. We actually do have a whole lot in common,
Mm-hmm.
which is bizarre. But he and I are still chatting.
Okay.
Okay. And then there is one guy who has asked me out to go to dinner and a movie.
Okay.
So, and I did tell the other guy, hey, this guy has asked me out, to go to a dinner movie. We met at speed dating. Let's just see what our options are.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, I am chatting.
Nice.
I am chatting with some
Okay.
people. And there was one guy, that super sweet guy, that I did become friends with.
Okay.
So,
I really like that option when it came to the speed dating because I don't know if that's normally an option
yeah,
when speed dating, but the friend option, I like that.
yeah,
That that would have made me feel a little better
yeah,
because I mean, I'm always open to new friends. That's fine. That's okay.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. No
And the
pressure.
and everyone was actually really nice. And there were some people that I was like, I mean, I wouldn't date them. They were too young or
Yeah.
whatever. But I was like, we actually do really have a lot in common.
I feel like a lot of people will be suggesting for the next speed dating, um, doing something with the age group thing.
Yeah.
They they need to tweak that.
Yeah.
I don't know if there needs to be some like 10-year things like 25, 35, 35, 45,
Yeah.
45, 55, and then 55 up. I don't
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
just kind of bring that in a little
Because I did say,
bit.
like, I would prefer, for me,
Yeah.
I mean, 35 being the lowest,
Hmm.
I really want to go up to, I'm going to say 50 is my
Yeah.
is my cap.
Yeah. It,
Now
it
I'm
it
sure,
seems like they need to tweak these age groups a little bit for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Because I would
So,
have left crying.
yes, you would have. You would have been
Yeah.
so
I
sad.
would have been just, you know, no.
Now, there was one sweet, sweet guy that I became friends with, and he has started listening to the podcast.
Hello, friends.
So, hello.
Yay. Look at that.
So, he and he was telling me that he was going to listen to it while he was working or whatever, and
Uh huh.
I do know that he's listened to it because he said,
Oh,
"Oh, ha ha ha," at this or whatever, and I was like,
yeah.
"Okay,
I mean,
well."
Tasha's funny.
I was like, "Well, if it sucks, please don't tell me." It was like, "Please don't tell me that it sucks."
You can tell me. It's okay.
You
I'll take
can't
I'll
tell
take
her.
I'll take the constructive criticism and
No, I will
tweak some
not.
things.
I will not. You tell me that is the best thing you've ever heard. That's all I need to know.
I feel like if there was constructive criticism to be had, it would be on my part though. Don't worry, because you're
No,
hilarious.
no,
So,
no. We both are hilarious. We're both fun.
you more than me. So
Shut
let's just
up.
do that.
Shut up.
But that's okay.
Anyway,
That's okay.
so afterwards, the girls that I had met, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you need to come out with us. Let's go out." And I was like, "Okay, but here's the thing.
Mm.
I'm old, right? I'm old. And also am very, very tired."
Yes.
So I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, because I wanted to go out. But then the speed dating thing did not end until like 10:30,
Oh wow.
11.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, because I had to drive all the way home. It's like an hour drive home.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to go out. And then I was already so tired driving home.
Hmm.
I was like, no, this is
Yeah.
not going to work for me.
I'm just so happy you went because I texted you at some point Friday night because my old butt is sitting on the couch still trying to recover from the hospital stay. And I'm texting you about that, like, hey, think I got to stay out of the sun this weekend, no pool time. And then when you didn't reply back, I was like, yes, she's at speed dating.
Well, I
That
know.
was my clue right there. You did not text me back. And I'm like, awesome. I'm
So
so glad she went.
I really tried to stay off my phone. I really tried to I put my phone away,
Good,
and I really just tried to stay in the moment.
good. Because I
And
know I was encouraging you all week, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. Not going to pressure. I've already done all the encouraging. She knows where I stand. I'm just going to wait and see if she goes. And then when I texted you about my little old ass issue Friday night, I was like, oh, sweet. She's at speed dating.
during intermission, I pull my phone out and I see I have a rash, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
I know, and it's still bothering me. They pumped me full of 2 different antibiotics for 48 hours, and I'm having, like, I don't know, sun sensitivity. This is
Yeah,
what happens when you get old
you're
and you go to the
old.
hospital a week, 2 weeks out, and you're still dealing with crap.
Also, it's so funny because there were a couple people I told about the podcast while I was
Nice,
there.
nice.
Okay, and it
Promote
was
us.
it was so funny because they were like, "So what do you guys talk about?" And I said,
Being old.
I said, we started out as a single girl podcast. I said, but that bitch went and got a boyfriend." And they were like, "How dare she?" I said, "She ruined our brand." I was like, I literally was like, that bitch went and got a boyfriend. I said, she just had to have a man. And I said, so then we had to revamp. But anyway,
But
so
to be fair, before boyfriend came along, I was already on a downward slope into just, okay, last year when we started the podcast, I only had the one grandkid. So I was still like, not really in my grandma era,
yeah,
entering empty nest, just enjoying life, new stage. But I feel like when that second grandbaby came along in April, by that point, I just went full on grandma. Like, I get called Gigi, by
yeah.
the way. It's right here on the
It's
pillow.
no grandma
Gigi,
here.
there's no grandma here, even though I'm starting to feel like a grandma. I'm not feeling like a Gigi.
Yes.
I'm feeling like a grandma. And that second grandkid did it. I blame it on the second grandchild.
Well,
I love her, but
so the guy that I've been chatting with, here's the thing. So he and I talking, we had a lot in common.
okay.
A lot in common. Now, he said something about his birthday.
Okay.
And I said, "Well, when's your birthday?" He said, 1993. I said,
Oh,
1993.
what?
I said, "Oh, Jesus." And he goes, "Can we pretend like I said 1983?" I said,
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I oh, kill me. I
Oh,
said, oh, you're a baby.
I know, doesn't it
Ouch.
suck when that happens?
1990. What? Sir, I was almost graduating high school.
No, we were drinking in the fields. Like,
You know what all I was into in 1993? I was a hellion, sir. You were just being born.
oh, poor.
I was like, oh God.
Yeah, I feel like I would have walked away from this experience just crying no matter what. So, but I'm so glad you went
No, it was so fun. But also,
and that you enjoyed it.
yes. Now, my sweet friends that I made while I was there.
Hmm.
So we exchanged numbers,
Okay.
and the girls, not the guys.
Hmm.
The girls, which I was glad that I had them because they walked me out to my car. We walked together as a group,
Hmm.
so nobody got taken.
Nobody
Um,
got murdered.
girl power. So we um exchanged numbers,
Hmm.
and we've been chatting it up ever since.
Nice.
And we have got a plan to go to Tunica on Saturday.
Well, nice.
So now,
As as long as maybe I can carry you out for some happy hour drinks for the birthday Friday, maybe.
yes, of
You
course, of
know,
course.
Just remember, I'm bestie number one.
It's like,
I'm
okay,
teasing.
so my best friend is mad. She's gonna knock you guys
That's
off.
okay. Y'all enjoy. Casinos are not. I'm
Well,
too tight with my money. I'm
no,
not going to
we're
casino.
going to see a band.
Oh, nice. Now I am down for stuff
No,
like
I
that.
know you are. We're going to see.
Usually,
We're gonna go see music.
depends on
So
what time the music starts.
yeah, but I got a hotel, and so
Nice.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna make the
Yeah,
best of it.
because
And they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna take you out to eat, and we're gonna do this." And I was like, "Oh God, these guys are so sweet."
I love this. What time
So
does the band start?
I
Because
think the
I'm just
show starts at
wondering.
like 7:30.
See, okay, this is the issue I have. So, recently one of my favorite bands came to town. This is the only band that I actually like to go
Mm-hmm.
listen to when they come to the library.
Yeah.
Okay. But they don't start until 10 p.m., which we did go see them one time
Mm-hmm.
last year, and it was a struggle. We were both still, I think, standing around at 10 p.m., like, okay, like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Can we hear
Yeah.
some music? But now I'm just like, even though I love them, I'm like, until the day comes where maybe they can start at 8 p.m.
Well, but
I will never see them again because 10 p.m. is just too late of a start time for me. I'm
that's the
out.
thing is, so they were playing the night that you and I went to the pool.
Yes.
And the thing is, you had mentioned they were playing, and you were like, I don't think I can do it because when I go home, I know I'm going to be exhausted. When I got home, I was dead. Like,
Yeah.
I was so dead. I was
Same.
like, no, no, I know that I would not be
Mm.
able to go back and see them.
Because again, today me is not the same as a year ago me. Like
Mm-mm.
when we started the podcast, I don't have the energy.
No.
I'm tired. I don't have the patience for people, quite frankly, anymore. I want to stay in my house.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
Whether it's by myself or my family's visiting or my guys here, doesn't matter. This is where I want to be
Yeah.
most of the time. Unless we can get started with some shenanigans at like 5, 6 p.m.,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Because,
It's just
but the
last year I could have rallied and done it, but this year I'm just like
but the real
dead.
problem for me with going to the library to see any live music,
Yeah.
okay, is this. If you want to avoid the cover, you have to go before the sun goes down.
Yep, you do.
So you have to get there at like 4 or 5 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
if you want to avoid the cover.
Yep.
So you're there sitting around doing nothing,
Yep.
and then the band doesn't start until 10:30. So
Yeah.
I've been here all this time
Yeah.
just sitting on this bar stool
Mm-hmm.
waiting for 10:30 to come around. By the time 10:30 comes around, I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
And what I need also, because when they advertise whatever band they're having, the start time is always listed as 9 p.m., which is still really pushing it for me, but doable in some cases. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can still get there around, say, 7 and there's no cover. It's okay. I can handle 9. I have never been there and seen a band start before 10 o'clock.
No.
It's usually 10:30
Right.
and they're wrapping it up by 12.
Yeah.
But the ad on social media says 9 p.m.
We
You
sound
bunch
like
of liars.
we sound like such old people. Hello, the
We are.
ad that
And
ad
like
on
they care
Facebook.
because look, we live in a college town. It doesn't matter if the locals or people our age complain or don't like it or whatever. It's a college town.
Yeah.
They're going to be catered to, and I get that. That's perfectly fine. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to be there ever again to listen to a band starting at 10:30 p.m.
No.
So I'll go to the venue where the band starts a little earlier.
Yeah.
Or I
Well,
just
this
don't
one
know.
this one starts.
I'm out.
So it starts about 7:30. I think. I think it was 7:30.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
That's a good time. I
And
can
the
handle
thing
that.
is, here's my thing though. If it starts at 7:30, I can easily be out till midnight
Yeah.
because I'm being entertained.
Yes.
But when I have to sit and wait
Mm-hmm.
for
And wait.
hours,
And wait.
then by the time that actual start time comes around, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. That's why I can't hang in Oxford and watch these
No.
bands anymore. They just start too late for me. So I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. That's okay.
It's okay. I love my
I'll
sleep.
I'll be asleep by 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I was watching when I texted you Friday night?
What?
Twilight. I just opened up Hulu and it was like movies for you, and there was Twilight on there, and I'm like, why not?
Why not? Sure.
Sure, let's do this.
That's so funny. I have not watched Twilight in so long. Nor have I
Well,
wanted to, but
that's what I was doing while you were speed dating last week. So,
my gosh.
and treating the rash on my arm.
And also, I'm so proud of myself because number one, because I was out speed dating and you were at home rashy, I was thinking, my goodness, how we've changed. Like, here I am out, and
We have flip flopped a
she's
little bit.
at home in bed with her rash.
I mean, I feel like I've aged 10 years in the past year. I don't know what happened. It'll get better. It'll
Yeah,
get better.
yeah,
Maybe.
sure it will.
Probably not.
But also, I mean, I feel like this year is my year.
It is your year. And I said this before we started the podcast, and I'm going to say it again when we talk next week about just how great this year is for Tasha.
This is my year.
Yes.
And honestly, it's like I was talking to one of the girls that I met. I honestly don't care about a boyfriend.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't want one. It's
Yeah.
not that whatever. It's that I am really enjoying my me time.
Yes.
And honestly, like
That's the way it should be.
I am enjoying friend time
Mhm.
and me time and not worried about anything else. And
Mhm.
if the guy thing happens, it happens. But
I feel like once you start to do that, the other things just kind of fall into place without you even needing to try.
well, see, people always say love will find you when you least expect it or when you're not looking.
Yeah.
The issue with it is I stopped looking a long time ago
Yeah.
and love has still not found me, but that's okay. That's okay. But
Mhm.
I am at a point now where I am okay with it.
Yes.
And I'd rather do this or I'd rather go get drinks or whatever, hang out with my friends
Yeah.
than worry about a man.
Yeah.
I'm
I agree.
enjoying friend time, girl time,
Yes.
me time.
And one day, I'm just saying, maybe grandma time. I'm I'm there already. Just
I
wait
I
as
don't
long.
I don't need to be on grandma time for a minute, okay?
I am on grandma time, and again, I think this is part of what has just changed me so much this past year, and why I feel old.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
not
I
the reason
feel
why I've been in the hospital,
I
but
feel
I feel
old.
aged. But I'm okay with it. I'm getting comfortable with it. I'm getting there. It's
Yeah.
just a new stage of life. I'm embracing it. I'm not embracing some things about it, but it's basically like the menopausal things I'm not
Yeah.
embracing. But everything else I'm taking. Like my house is starting to look a little grandma-ish. Nah,
And when I tell you,
I'm
listen,
on this kick right now.
listen, when I'm at home and you are sending me pictures of your Goodwill finds, I am literally shouting to my children, "What is wrong with Tanya?"
I am addicted right now to Goodwill and thrifting all
I
things.
literally
I'm
said,
so addicted.
I said, "What is this ugly thing she has brought into her house?" I was like, "This thing has to be haunted." You
My
sent me the musical thing, and I said, "Oh
Oh
dear
yeah, I
God!"
haven't found out what I'm gonna do with that actually. Actually, my daughter encouraged me to get that just for resale because it is worth a lot more than what I actually paid for it. So she was
Well,
like, "Get it, you can resell it." But I hate the hassle of trying to resell it. So I
yeah.
think it's just going to be in like the spare bedroom where their grandkids stay for when they visit.
Well,
Maybe.
you
I don't
were
know.
worried about my house being haunted. When you sent me that video of that thing playing, I was like,
Yeah.
"No, there's a spirit.
Yeah.
There is a spirit attached to
Well,
this."
there hasn't been any crazy things
It hadn't
happening
started
since,
yet.
but it doesn't.
I
I
said, "You're
don't
gonna
wind
sit
it
in
up
here and
and play
you're
it a
gonna
whole
sit in
lot.
here and you're gonna start hearing that creepy music playing."
I don't know.
Huh?
At the rate I'm going, everything I'm bringing into the house right now from the Goodwill, you never know. We'll see.
Uh,
We'll see what happens.
yeah,
So, but that's where I'm at. That's the only thing I like to go do outside of the house right now. It's
yeah,
just thrifting.
yeah.
I'm addicted to a good deal right now. So
I'm so done with you.
I'm going next weekend for the sole purpose of just finding an outfit for the
Flashback bash.
flashback bash that we
Yes,
have coming up.
the flashback bash
Yep.
is coming up.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to be an outfit repeater and just I don't know if I'm gonna be able to squeeze into what I wore last year, but
No,
last year's outfit was a little big on me, so I might. I don't
no, I told you. Last year's outfit,
know.
as
Fit like a
fantastic
glove.
as it was,
And it was
it
fantastic.
fit like a glove.
I mean, because we went to the library afterwards and you had some young fellas buying you shots and drinks. It
However,
worked.
I've gained so much weight that I promise you that thing will probably not go over my left
Yeah.
thigh at this point.
Well, that's on my list this weekend. I'm going to Goodwill just so I can maybe find a 70s or 80s. That's what I'm aiming
Yeah,
for the flashback bash. We'll see.
I got to get it together. I got to get my life together. I've got to get on that because things are so behind in my life.
I'll keep an eye out for you. If hey, look, if I start finding things in the Goodwill Saturday, I'll be texting you like, look, you need to come out.
Yeah,
There's things.
there's
There might
there's
there might
things.
be some outfit options here.
There's things here.
We'll see. I'll let you know what I find.
Mm, well, um, so I'm gonna make my pitch for anyone that listens
Mm-hmm.
on why they should do speed dating.
Go for it.
Okay, because I did see that they did say they were trying to get another one together
Mm-hmm.
next month.
Nice.
Now,
Okay.
a friend of mine told me that she would love to go, but she's scared to go by herself. She's like, I'd never. I don't know how you did it. I'd never go by myself. I highly encourage people to just go by themselves.
Yes.
Now, I do understand there are people who want friends with them, but I feel like there's something very liberating in going
Yes.
by yourself and doing it and just taking a chance. Because I mean, I have taken myself to lunch, I have taken myself to dinner.
These things are nice.
These things are nice, and I do understand. But I did realize talking to the
Mm.
guys were way more nervous than the girl. The
Really
guys were like, I'm freaking out
interesting.
because I would talk to the guys. Also, I was talking to the guys, and I was like, first of all, how do you feel? And they were like, I'm actually freaking out. Like, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, why are you
Really?
nervous? And they were like, I mean, this is very intimidating, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Also, I did get a chance to ask several men who were younger than myself, why do you want me to approach you now in this day and age?
Yes.
Why do men want women to approach them now? Because I don't know what to do with that.
Interesting.
And they were like, well, because we don't want to come off creepy. And when we approach women, we scare them and they find us creepy. And we don't want to give that vibe. And I was like, understood.
Okay. Noted.
Noted.
Okay.
So now they were explaining to me how they would prefer the woman initiate conversation because then when they speak back, it's not an intimidating or creepy thing.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I get it. It makes
I
sense.
get that. And that is a question I asked at one point last year. I wanted to know, and I never could really get a response out of anybody.
Yeah.
Like, why it seems like now we have to approach
Right.
and we have to initiate the conversation. Why are men not doing this anymore?
Well,
because I mean, I'm old fashioned. I
yes.
would prefer it that way. But if I understood more, if I heard from more guys, like, why? Because I get that.
And that's what I was talking to some of the guys and I was like, why is this? And they were like, well, because these days women act like if you approach them, they're coming off creepy, like, oh, this creepy guy came and talked to me, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't want to give that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're kind of scared of starting conversation or just approaching you and the store or whatever. And women are more, I guess, scared off from that. And so they were like, well, we prefer women approach us so that we're not scaring them off.
But then I feel like it still has to be noted, and this is where I don't know. You might have to just tell me where the compromise would be at, because there are some women out there, I'm sure, that were like myself. They don't know how to do that though,
Right.
and that was always my problem. Like, the idea of approaching a guy and initiating conversation, I mean, seemed fine to me. I was okay with it, but I just didn't know how to do it because I was raised in a generation where you don't do that. I
Yeah.
was always told that you let them approach. They should be the ones to initiate conversation.
Right.
So, when you're getting into women, my age and older that are single, then that's where that's why nobody's talking, I
It
guess,
breaks
because
down. Yeah.
I get the guy side of it, but at the same time, some of us just don't know how to do that.
Well,
So,
and that's what I was explaining to him. Like, I'm not, I'm from a generation where the
yeah.
guy approached the girl.
Mhm.
Now, you know me, I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I'll strike up a conversation with anybody. So, I don't mind striking up a conversation. However, I don't know how to initiate and be like, oh, let's hang out sometime.
Yeah.
I can't do all that. I can,
Yeah.
I can chit chat with you, and I can talk about anything. But like, as far as the guy go asking me out, I need him to say, why don't we get dinner sometime?
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I was walking the other day. It was yesterday. I
Mhm.
went for a walk. This man legitimately stopped in the middle of the road.
Oh.
In the middle of the road, Sisk Avenue,
Oh.
rolled his window down and was like, can I take you to dinner?
Hello.
Okay, now at that moment, I was thinking,
That
this
didn't
is,
that make you feel good though? That
I
was nice.
mean, that was nice, and I did feel good, but at the same time, I was kind of like, I see what this guy was talking about now.
Okay, yeah, because that does come off creepy.
Because you're
You're just driving by and randomly decided to roll down your window
like,
and
I've
ask me to
literally
dinner.
stopped traffic at this point. Like, you stopped in the middle of Sisk Avenue to ask me out, and I'm like, um,
Yeah, I wouldn't know whether to be flattered or put off by that.
I know.
I
And
mean, although I still would walk away from it feeling kind of good, like there would probably be an extra little strut in my step or whatever afterwards. But I'm like, oh, I must be looking good today. But
so now
still,
it's just confusing because it's a fine line. Because I feel like there are
yeah,
times where I don't understand why guys don't approach, but then there are times where guys approach me, and I am like, so
yeah, you
creepy.
are creeped out. Yeah, I see both sides. See, I can still talk about single things, even though I
Boo,
may not be single. I still
boo,
had the experience.
boo. It's like talking to my grandma right now.
Oh, psh,
Like
Gigi.
talking to Carmita.
No, it's not like talking to Carmita. Although I still say having Carmita on a podcast one day would be so amazing and hilarious.
She'd sit here like this, huh? Huh? You can't hear them. She'd be like,
I mean, she still doesn't know how to pronounce my name.
she hasn't even
She
tried to
never
pronounce it.
will.
I don't even think
I
she's
don't
even
think.
tried since.
Yeah, I'm just that girl you share a bed with on Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
it's my bed buddy.
Whew. Okay.
But anyway, but I think that if anyone ever thinks about doing speed dating and they want to do speed dating, I think you should go for it.
Do it.
Because the thing is, it's, yes, the guys were more nervous than the girls. It's kind of, I guess, an intimidating experience if you're not sociable, if you're shy or
Yeah.
reserved or whatever. But I feel like I see so many people on like TikTok and stuff talking about how they don't have friends and how they,
Mhm.
whatever. I think this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
You strike up conversation, and because everybody's kind of nervous, everyone just kind of strikes up conversation, and you meet some of the nicest
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So that's my pitch. Do
There
it.
you go. Do it. I encourage it as well.
Do it.
Do it. And
Anyway,
I just really like the fact that hey, you could, you know, don't go into it expecting to find your love match, but you could make a couple of new friends, and
you
that would be
can.
great. Expand your social circle.
And honestly, there was a guy that had just moved to Tupelo from another state.
See, that was perfect.
And he said that's the reason why he wanted to do it, because he was trying to make friends and all this other stuff.
I love that.
I love it too. And honestly, he was so sweet. So I fully support the speed dating thing. And you know what? If any of these matches that I made, if they don't work out, I'll go back. I will go back next month.
I love this.
Yes.
We're going to end this podcast on such a positive note.
Yes.
It is wonderful. We've
Life
had a
is
great
good.
week. You've had a good experience. You were endorsing speed dating.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
If you have a chance,
do it.
Do it. Tell me all about it.
Yes.
I get to live vicariously at this point.
With her boyfriend. Anyway, so now
I was actually hanging out with Edward while you were speed dating. So
Edward and Jacob. She had her own men here. Anyway, all right. Well, we'll end on that note. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Life is good.
Do the speed dating.
Do the speed dating. Make some friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.